Okay, right, so today's learning objective, which you've just written in your books, is that we're going to compose a Tudor fanfare. I'm going to play you one. We're going to talk about how they're written, and you're going to imitate that style, and you're going to try and write a fanfare on your recorders for yourself. The lesson was linked to their history work on the Tudors. They get very, very excited about history, all of the stories, the big characters like Henry VIII. So linking the music to the history is an instant way of them feeling that they're doing the music for a reason.
Is it Henry VIII?
Yes. And fanfares were little pieces of music for important people to say that they had arrived, to announce their arrival. If I was just to play one that I made up on the piano for you right now, it would probably sound a little bit like this. I played them a little improvised version of a fanfare on the piano to give them an idea of what they were aiming to do. So here I've got the rhythm for Here Comes the King. We started by making up some rhythms using word phrases, and they had a go at writing some of those down and clapping them. Using your whiteboard, talking to the people around you, see if you can have a go at writing these rhythms down. Off you go.
So it's down, it's going to be, yeah. All bow down. All bow down.
I have chosen 4 bars for my fanfare, okay, and I've put them together as a sequence. How would we clap this? Talk to the person next to you.
How's it go?
A fanfare is written on a very small number of notes. We're going to use 3. In the lesson, I gave the children quite a tight structure that they had to stick to keep the composing really simple. So they only had 3 notes. They were only allowed 4 bars of music. It helps them to keep focused on the task. Here Comes the King. Let's see if we can play it together. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely noise. Okay, so your challenge in a moment is I'm going to send you off in 3s or pairs, and you are going to compose a Tudor fanfare. To allow the children space to hear what they were composing, we worked across 2 classrooms and also the corridor space. So they worked in small groups, and I circulated around the groups to check that they were making progress and that they were focused on the task. Composing in groups is very good for collaboration and working together, and performing, I think, is something that children need to be able to do in lots of situations. Music just provides a very natural opportunity to do that. Very good collaboration, lots of people working really well together. Well, the next thing we want to do is hear what you've come up with. One of the things I noticed when I looked at the music planning is that often children write things and they never have a chance to think about how successful they have been. So that's why I had an evaluation at the end of my lesson, and talking about whether they achieved what they set out to achieve is important. And also those next steps of, well, what would you do if you weren't just limited by having a recorder or limited by having only 15 minutes to compose, helps them to think about the possibilities of all the things they could compose if they kind of wanted to go into that themselves or do it on their own time. Okay, I think we've worked fantastically well. That's brilliant. I wonder if then I could send Josh round with the box.